All right, welcome. Let's tune into the energies today, setting the intention that those who need this will find it and they will get the clarity that they seek. Just going to clear with some light language and we will dig in. A lot of crown stuff with that one. All right, we're gonna start out. I want to tune into the energy. So I've got the emotions cards here. And the problem with these is like they have the word on both sides, so I don't wanna like look away and just wait till I feel it. That's it, because it started trying to come out. Okay, interesting. All right, so the first one we have is calm. That's backwards. Calm. So what I am getting with this is that we're entering into a season of healing. It says rose quartz too. That is a heart crystal. It's one to help heal the heart. It's a lot of healing energy here. Worthy is the next one. So this seems like a pretty positive reading that we have going on. Worthy. So we're starting to step into this sense of trust is what I get from the calm and the worthiness. Next card is optimistic. So there's like this sense of trust that's being built and then that's being worked on, but we're still struggling a little bit with the fear of disappointment. Okay, so there's, it's interesting because it's like optimistic, disappointment. So obviously these three cards outweigh the one, but this tells me that there is still a little bit of that fear energy that's still inhabiting the energy. Okay, fear energy with energy. Okay. All right. So we're stepping into this time where we're starting to trust more. We're starting to awaken more. We're starting to understand why things have been playing out the way that they've been playing out. We have experienced some disappointment as well, is what I'm hearing. So past situations have felt very disappointing. We thought that we found what we wanted. We thought that we were going to experience what we wanted, but something happened and it didn't work out, right? It didn't work out. We had maybe a client canceled, or they didn't sign, or we had a partner that we thought was going to be the one that we could experience divine union with, and that didn't work out either. Okay, so there has been some disappointment in the past, but stepping into this energy of trust, the energy of what I'm getting from the calm card is like the energy of surrender, especially for the feminine. Being that energy of surrender, allowing for things to play out the way that they need to play out, instead of trying to hold on to that control energy, because that control, that actually slows things down. It's like we think that we're helping, trying to maneuver things and make things work, but in reality, we can't see the whole picture. So it's like we're moving chess pieces and we can't see the whole board. And then our spirit team is like, oh my God, would you please stop? Like, I'm trying to win this game for you. And you keep coming in and like muddling it up, and then I have to fix it and redo it. Okay, so we need to be in that space of trust and surrender. And I feel like this is a place that we're starting to move into with that worthiness, with the optimism, where it's like, okay, I suffered disappointment, but I'm starting to kind of shift into a new energy. We got the love angels here next. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So new love. Oh gosh. It's like, these are such a great idea because you're like, oh, that's so pretty. But then when you try to do these, it's like, little bit of a trip there. So new love, okay? I think that this is why we have been feeling optimistic, right? But again, that fear of disappointment. What if it doesn't work out? What if it isn't what I was hoping it would be? So we've kind of got a little bit of that energy hanging out residually. All right, retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. All right. So with this one, I feel like this is telling us that in order to create, this is what I'm getting, in order to create the life that we are wanting to experience, we have to, again, with that surrender, we have to like retreat almost. What I'm hearing with the retreat is almost like in like war, like in a battle, where it's like sometimes you have to pull back in order to actually win the war. So it's like, all right, I didn't win this battle, but it doesn't mean that it's over, and I could still win the war, which is like the ultimate goal, right? But this one situation just didn't work out, and so I needed to step back, I needed to reevaluate, I needed to take that time for myself, and we'll be able to move forward from that. Okay, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So again, going into this energy of new love and then retreat. And it's funny, I actually just realized I didn't shuffle these. I was just guided to go. So I guess they were already in the order that they needed to be. But with the getting to know each other, this seems to me like we're actually being invited to take things slow. Okay, so with that retreat, kind of like take a step back, breathe, observe, allow yourself to gather yourself, okay? And go into this with the energy of, let's see what's actually here. I have a feeling that a lot of people that come across this are going to be ones that have typically kind of jumped right in to something and it kind of bit them in the booty. And so there's this invitation, right, to say, hey, let's slow it down a little bit. Oh my gosh. Release your ex. Remember that disappointment that's in our, the time has come to clear your energy. Okay. So that's what's still in the field. All right. That's what's going on with this like fear of disappointment. Things didn't work out before. So now I'm afraid that they're not going to work out this time, or that this person isn't going to be what I'm hoping they will be. And again, this doesn't have to just be romantically. This could be for those who are in business, where they're feeling like, I feel like I'm going to get this great client, but I'm a little leery because things didn't work out before. So we need to really make sure that we're being mindful of that energy and what we're trying to create, because we don't want to prove ourselves right? If we're fearful, if we're afraid of disappointment, we don't want to subconsciously manipulate circumstances at those chess pieces, right? To set ourselves up for it to play out in a way that would say, yeah, see, I told you, okay? We don't want to do that anymore. All right, clock. Me time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal, progress. So we just had the retreat, right? We had the retreat card. And that one is telling us like, hey, like surrender, let it go. I feel the same from this. And it's really funny because I didn't feel the need to shuffle there, but now I'm being guided to shuffle these ones. Isn't that wild? Ooh, and I've got ones popping out. Okay, I guess we're gonna hear from these. Okay, so addiction, this is interesting. Codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. So what this is sharing with us is it is that old energy that we've kind of been dragging along behind us that is going to pose a problem if we don't deal with it, if we don't allow it to, like this is not dealing. It's not today, but it says not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call, person, boundaries, still angry. Okay, so it's like we're not dealing with it. We're maybe trying to spiritually bypass ourselves, or maybe we're trying to like convince ourselves that we weren't as hurt as we were in the situation. And the guidance here is really like, it's okay to admit how you felt and what you were hoping for. There's nothing wrong with wanting what you want, wanting to be happy, wanting to experience divine union, wanting to have this beautiful, magical, amazing relationship. There's nothing wrong with wanting that. But when those situations don't work out and we try to almost like justify it, or we don't want to let go of it because we don't want to admit that we made a mistake. We were wrong. Maybe it wasn't who we thought it was. And so it's funny because I channeled a message this morning that I shared on Instagram and on Facebook about how it's easy to stay in this energy of like shame and guilt and kind of being in judgment of ourselves for past mistakes. But we have to recognize and understand that we did the best that we could with the information and the tools that we had. And so now we have more information. And so our opinion changes, right? Or our viewpoint changes. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay for us to have been excited and hopeful, but then when we get the information that it's not what we had hoped it would be, you know, it is what it is at that point. So we need to release that sense of self-judgment. The snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. Okay, so this could be where that disappointment energy kind of came from. There was some betrayal, possibly this feeling of something wasn't what you thought it was. Maybe someone came in and kind of love bombed, tried to put on a show, tried to put on an act to win you over, to convince you that they were something, and it turned out like they could only hold that for so long, right? Can only pretend to be someone else for so long until all that stuff starts coming out. So there's almost like this fear that I feel is like, oh, what if this happens again? Like, what if I don't identify this? Y'all, I will tell you, I was actually laughing with one of my friends last night about how when we start dating a new partner, we need to take the Witch or Warrior's wound quizzes, because we need to know their archetype, right? We need to know what we're working with, because that's going to really help us know, like, oh, okay, I'm repeating a pattern here, or okay, this is someone who's different. It's an opportunity to explore something else. So that's, look at this, 10 of Swords coming out reversed. So this is healing from betrayal, all right? Yeah, I still have that cough. Okay, so we are in that process of healing. This is also an invitation saying we really need to heal this. What I'm getting though, are some people are kind of in the energy of like the self-betrayal, where it's like we knew better, right? It's like I knew better, but I wanted it to be what I wanted it to be. I didn't want to keep having to look. I wanted it to finally be here, and it wasn't what it needed to be. And so I didn't listen to myself. I didn't listen to that inner guidance, and it kind of, again, like bit me in the booty. So again, tune in. We have to forgive ourselves. We have to recognize that that version of us, again, was just doing what they could do with the information and tools that they had. And there's also this deep desire, right? So we don't want to judge ourselves for having this desire to have this partnership. Okay, I really want, like, I feel like this is really, really important to surrender and release that, where it's like understanding that you do deserve that. And it's okay that you wanted it so bad that maybe you overlooked a few things. Like, forgive yourself for that. Now you know, and you're learning, and you'll expand and grow and move forward from there. but there's no need to like stay in the old energy and stay in like self-judgment. All right, Ace of Swords. This one is coming out reversed. So this again, I mean, that's inner clarity, right? We're starting to see things more clearly. We're starting to understand. Maybe we're understanding the pattern is what I'm hearing. We're understanding maybe the purpose, what this person was meant to show us or teach us or encourage us into through activating certain things by reflecting back. Maybe they were a karmic and they reflected back some things that really needed to be cleared out and healed in order for you to be truly aligned with the partner that is able to create a divine connection with you. Okay, so we're getting clear on this. It's starting to make more sense. The World card, this one is reversed. So this is like almost like inner cycles. We're looking for some almost like personal closure. We're looking for closure. And so I want to lovingly caution that we don't put too much value on someone else externally, saying, well, I have to hear I'm sorry, or I need to understand why they left, or I need to understand why they did this in order for you to move forward or to heal. I say this with love, but the likelihood of you getting that is very, very small. And the reality is, by waiting, you're actually surrendering your power to that person and allowing them to hold you hostage. And instead of being able to move forward with your life and find the happiness that you seek and desire. So coming to yourself and going inward and saying, okay, you know, it doesn't matter why. What they did is irrelevant. I can't change what they did. I can't explain it away. I can't justify it. I can't make excuses for them. What I can do is learn. What I can do is forgive myself. What I can do is heal. We have to just focus on what's within our control and not put the pressure of our happiness or our closure or anything like that on someone else, because that is a surrender of power, and that's not going to help us. All right, last card here. Tower. Again, reversed. So this is like massive inner transformation. So the situation was definitely designed to help you in some way, to activate you, to awaken certain aspects of you. And that's okay. That's wonderful, actually. This is when we can look back and say, okay, thank you, soul friend. I appreciate the lessons. I appreciate the guidance. And I'm just going to move forward now. Okay. So allowing yourself to just recognize what happened, recognize the truth of it, forgive yourself, come to terms with it, release the shame and self-judgment, and just be an observation of your experience and what you can learn from it. And that's what's going to help you be able to move forward with this new experience that's coming into your life. I hope that this helped. If you want to book your own reading, just comment reading, and I will send you information on how to do that, and give you a 20% off discount code. If you feel like you need to go deeper, I am accepting one-to-one clients right now, so you could just comment apply, and I will send you information on how to work with me. I hope that this was helpful, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.